What's up everyone? I'm Ella.
And I'm Gala.
And today we're here to talk about the Oxbow School.
We're both alumni from OS 34, which was
2016?
Spring semester of 2016. The Oxbow School is a semester surrounding art and humanities, and it's based in Napa, California, and it's basically a program that allows you to take a semester off from your regular high school and move in with a bunch of other super talented, incredible, daring people for 4 months and learn a lot of things that you wouldn't expect to learn.
You learn about art, you learn about the humanities, science and sustainability, math, you learn about yourself more than anything.
The biggest part of my experience there was learning about the intersection of all the things Ella just said, but also learning about how I fit into those things. Living at Oxbow is like a dream that you didn't know you had.
As a student there, you live in dorms. Gala and I were actually roommates 3 years ago when we were students there. Still friends to this day, which speaks highly to all of the friendships that I made at Oxbow. Like, they're friendships that last a lifetime. They cross all kinds of borders, just worldwide, international friendships that are still strong 3 years later.
Yeah.
I think there's just something really special about being a high schooler and having an experience like this that brings these people really close together because it's such an amazing and unique opportunity.
The way that the campus is designed is just so well integrated, and it really, I think it fosters a lot of the community that grows at Oxbow, and it's like a fertile ground for all sorts of looking inward, but also connecting with those around you, whether that's your teachers or your roommates or someone that you haven't talked to for the whole semester. Like, it's just a great way to connect to other people there too.
Also, the food is out of this world phenomenal. The kitchen staff is actually handpicked from this Californian restaurant called Chez Panisse, which is a very sustainable and eco-friendly, like 5-star restaurant.
Yeah, it's in Berkeley, and the whole philosophy is that food is best when it's fresh and produced with like care and good values, basically. So there are several gardens at Oxbow, and there is a chicken coop, and there's fresh eggs every day, and there's also like very many vegan options and all different sorts of like ways to sustain yourself.
Speaking of gardening, we have this thing at Oxbow called co-curriculars, which in any regular high school I think would just be like extracurricular activities or like PE or art class, but at Oxbow you have opportunities to do things like volunteering at the Napa Valley Animal Shelter, or going rock climbing or canoeing or gardening. They really just encourage their students to become like as well-rounded as possible and kind of take into account their environment and how they can give back to that environment instead of solely just taking away from it.
I feel like I left just being so much more aware of like what actually works for me, not only in terms of art making, but also what is like a healthy way for me to think. How can I like take care of myself in more ways than just being able to do my own laundry? Like, how can I actually like learn how to check in with myself in a real way? And those skills have definitely stayed with me to this day, and I expect them to be with me for the rest of time.
While this sounds like all fun and games and like the most wild semester of your life, which hopefully it will be, Oxbow is also a like renowned college prep school. And I don't think that I would have had the academic success that I did going from high school into college without the Oxbow experience. The resources that I was supplied with at Oxbow led to me creating both the artistic and academic work that I've been the most proud of in my career, but also it's just great in terms of creating portfolio pieces for art school applications going into the college admissions process. I am now going into my junior year at Parsons in New York City for photography, and I don't think that I would have ever gotten there without being at Oxbow.
I definitely reached back into Oxbow for a lot of support when I was applying to colleges, and I got this wonderful person from Oxbow to write like a very touching recommendation letter that It was very moving. And I also, when I was trying to make decisions about where to go to school, I also kind of like looked back into that pool of supportive people to ask them for advice, because I feel like all the faculty members there were able to see me as I was growing and like see me figure out what I wanted. And I think that is a totally different perspective than regular high school teachers, and that kind of has led me to where I am now, which is splitting time between two different schools, Brown University in Rhode Island and Cooper Union for art in New York. And I feel like I definitely would not have been able to even know that I wanted to have more control over where I was learning and what I was learning if I hadn't gone to Oxbow and figured that out for myself.
At Oxbow, we also had a lot of opportunities to kind of explore other parts of the coast. For example, during my semester, I actually went on a trip to Santa Cruz to go surfing, which was just kind of an out-of-this-world experience that I had never had before.
I'm so jealous.
Never even touched a surfboard before, let alone like rode one in the Pacific Ocean. Like, it was just crazy, and I can't believe that I even had an opportunity like that. And they do crazy things like that every semester, which is really fantastic, and they let the students give input onto the kind of experiences that they're looking to have, and then they work as hard as they can to make those experiences happen for them. There's still actually room to enroll for this upcoming school year at Oxbow, so that you can have just as crazy of an experience as we did.
Oxbow is definitely not for one kind of person only. It's very accessible to all kinds of people, and I would encourage you to apply and have the wonderful experience that we had in your own way, because there's still space and it's way worth it. It's worth your time, it's worth your energy for sure, and you definitely get a big return on any investment that you put into it.
They offer great like financial aid and scholarship programs for students that it may not be accessible to otherwise. So don't let this scare you off. This is definitely an open possibility for anyone. Check out the link to both their website and their Instagram, and hopefully the Oxbow School will be seeing you soon.